New Jersey Senator Bob Menendez is back in court as witness testimony resumes in his corruption trial. The Democratic lawmaker arrived at the courthouse in Manhattan earlier today. Prosecutors have called for New Jersey businessman Jose Uribe to take the stand. Uribe previously pleaded guilty to attempting to bribe the senator by buying his wife a $60,000 Mercedes-Benz. Let's bring in CBS News legal contributor and Loyola law professor Jessica Levinson. So, Jessica, we're going to follow several legal cases today, but let's start here with testimony in Menendez's trial. How devastating could Uribe be for the defense's case?
Well, he's a key prosecution witness, which I guess is the flip side of what you asked me. And what he's saying here goes to the heart of the allegations of bribery and corruption. He's saying, I bought the senator's wife, or then fiance, a luxury car because I wanted an official act from the senator. That's what it boils down to. This entire case boils down to, I gave money or I gave things. Maybe it was cash, maybe it was gold bars, maybe it was luxury cars. But I did that so that Senator Menendez would use his position as a senator to do things for me. And so Mr. Uribe is there on the stand saying, I bought a $60,000 Mercedes for Senator Menendez, then fiance, and eventually they did get married, so that he would call the Attorney General's office and say, I want you to change how you're handling a particular insurance fraud investigation about my friend.
So Menendez's defense attorneys have said that he and his wife Nadine have lived separate lives, and thus Senator Menendez didn't know about this stuff that Nadine was doing, on the side. She's going to be tried later separately. Well, how do you see the defense will try and spin Uribe's testimony?
So I think you're exactly right. The question is right, that we know the defense's strategy has been to distance Senator Menendez from his wife and say she was really in charge of anything that was nefarious. I think another defense tact here is to say, well, he wasn't really pressuring the Attorney General's office to do anything. And some of the defense's questioning has gone to this idea of, well, maybe he just had a conversation about where generally cases like this or cases like the donor's friend's case were actually, like, where were they in the Attorney General's office, but not saying, here's what you must do. I'm telling you to do this because you're a senator. Having said that, we know that the person who's testifying currently, the former Attorney General, has said, essentially, I understood what that conversation was about. And his understanding, let's say, was not good for the defense.
Okay. All right. Let's switch courtrooms. Week 6 in the Karen Read murder trial has come to a close. Where do things stand here?
So right now, what the prosecution is doing is tying Karen Read, who is accused of killing her then boyfriend by backing over him in an SUV and then leaving him to die in very, very cold conditions. We know that where the trial currently stands is that there is a lot of evidence involving forensics of her car, and specifically what type of evidence was found on the bumper of her car and the damage to the bumper of her car. We know that her defense has been, I'm being framed. Her ex-boyfriend, her boyfriend who died, was a former police officer. And we know she's saying that the police department actually is framing me. And so where we are right now is really the evidence involving her car.
Okay, Jessica Levinson, thank you.